I'm not aware of much that happened after the operation, but I ended up here, but also after the operation, I think Mark said I had about 3 or 4 seizures, and then I went into a coma lasting 3 days. And I'm just feeling a bit shocked. There was so much that's gone on, but I have to say that once I did pull round, and I think I distantly heard Mark's voice, and I called out for him, and it was such a relief to think, I wasn't dead really, and that was the start of my recuperation. And well, I know I wouldn't be here, and I don't sound strong, but I really am picking up in my overall general health and my stamina. And this place is, I am indebted to for my survival, because from the minute I got here, the care has been outstanding, and all the nursing and caring staff are so compassionate and caring and loving. I call them the angelic team, and it's hard to even tell you how grateful I am to be here. And Sally, the Davies, the ward sister, is so terribly careful and considerate how she's employing the right people, and I'd say she's conducting the orchestra of this place, because she's really making sure it's all ticking really incredibly well. And I'm just absolutely grateful if people can help to donate, because these places, I'm sure, find it a struggle. I think most of the way they run is on donations and fundraising. I don't think they get much to sort of the initial package to keep them going is not sufficient to take it along. So I know I've got a lovely lot of friends who are supporting me and have already helped me with my sunrise. I did a sponsored zip wire for the sunrise and raised about 8,000. And when I first lost my hair from cancer, I did a sponsored hair grow for our local church and raised 3,500. And it's all a help, and people are terribly kind. I'm overwhelmed with their kindness, and I'm just so indebted to this place. I really feel I wouldn't be here if somebody hadn't said how absolutely wonderful it was. Our friend Catherine Jory and Mark managed to get me a bed, which was quite remarkable, because beds aren't always there. And that was the start of my recuperation. And now I've gone from doing absolutely nothing. When I woke, I was in a lot of pain, apparently. I hadn't been eating and drinking for so long. My hands had got blistered and red raw from the chemotherapy, and they were just peeling. The skin was peeling, and I couldn't really hold anything. And Michelle, who helps with the physio, nurtured them and soaked them and tried to get the skin off, and now they look like brand new hands, don't they? They're even manicured nails and toenails from the amazing Elaine, who is so sweet, and all these little things make you feel a bit more like part of life, and quite excited to have the progression. So I've gone from not being able to move a single limb to feeding myself, I had to be fed, to now using my arms, and I can pull up on the bed, and I can transfer onto the Star Steady, and manage to get to the toilet, and I'm in training. I'm sorry it sounds a bit basic, but I can manage to get on a commode, which is a big deal for me because they're quite low. And tomorrow I start my Zimmer mini Major Tom training in aid of the hospice, and I'm really hoping to raise a lot of funds for that, and I'm quite excited about it because it's a new challenge for me, and now I'm feeling stronger and I'm more able to handle something like that. So they're going to apparently dress me in a Santa suit, which would be quite silly and lovely. And it'll be a great start to maybe the end of the week when I can, which I'm afraid won't be like Major Tom. He was outstanding. He did so many laps of his garden, didn't he? But mine might just have to be a little round the coffee table lap. But you have to do everything within your limits, don't you? And I'm afraid that might be my limit. Hand. Okay, holding onto the frame. Yeah, right, one step forward. Okay, another. Look at this. And then another. Walking. Now I want you to walk backwards for us. Okay, walk backwards. Take your steps back. That's super. All the way back. Good. Until you can feel the bed behind you. Keep going. Another step. Another step, and then you're there.
Brilliant. That was 3 forward,